I think this is definitely going to be. It's not. I don't think it's going to be the same game that we saw last game. This is two completely different teams. I think we're. I'm thinking we're probably going to see another more defender-sided kind of game, because last game was kind of a needle in the haystack. It was something you don't find too often. A super attacker-sided clubhouse map. That was something that definitely I think threw myself and a lot of us off.
Definitely. So one thing, however, is at a competitive level, like the teams are gonna know how to attack any given point the best way possible, to defend also. But the game as a whole is still balanced. If you look at CGG's stats on a competitive level, it's surprising how balanced or how unpredictable some bomb sites or some maps can be. The one big thing I think is, some maps are a bit more intricate or a bit more complex to get the hang of things. And as such, even though it's balanced, you have to have a higher understanding of the map or of the game to actually play it the way it's intended to be played, aka to play it in a balanced fashion. I believe that the new theme park, would be a perfect example of that. The average, casual player does not fully understand it, and that's why it's not exactly loved. But there's a reason as to why it's actually in the Pro League rotation. But that's just my hot take on this, and I would absolutely agree with you. Not to contradict what you were saying. Clubhouse as a whole is absolutely supposed to be a defense-sided map.
Yeah, I totally understand your statement. The fact that Clubhouse has been in the game for so long, since literally the first season of competitive play, it has so while it has so many different strategies, the main strategies have been so analyzed, they've been repeated time and time again. There's not going to be as much dynamic compared to a map like Theme Park, which is brand new to the competitive scene for this season or this split, whatever you wish to say it. It is the newest map, and it's definitely going to bring a lot of new strategies and possibly push some new metas that we haven't seen on maps like Clubhouse, like Border, like Bank, which is now removed in favor of Theme Park.
Yeah, and speaking of which, we were kind of due to have a new map added to the meta, or an update to the map pool, because the map pool was getting stale. How long had it been since the addition actually of Villa? Over a year, I want to say. And as such, I felt like the game was getting a tiny bit stale. And as such, I really do like the change, even though the change might not be for the best according to some players, because there's so many players out there in the community that some people are about to actually prefer Bank as to or compared to Theme Park. However, looking into this preparation or this setup, because we haven't exactly gone into it before it actually began. No, please take note of the positioning of the rotation hole. So it's probably to prevent, a long angle to being held by the attackers or the defenders, for what it's worth. But there you go. That's going to be something a tiny bit unexpected. Other than that, the initial insertion seems to be pretty standard for the attackers. There we go with the Maverick tricksing to, make sure that no bandit can bandit tricks. The one thing I do want to point out is that here we do have a fuse. That's going to be somewhat unusual, and I'm not sure how he's going to play.
I think he may be playing as more of like an entry fragger, especially with that AK-12 being such a strong and powerful weapon. Actually, a second ago, we saw Habana messed up her pellets and is now not able to properly get into garage. There's one set on the top left there, and the two sets on the bottom right are blocked by a small bar.
Oh no.
All of her heartbeat utility is gone. All it's left to Maverick now.
And that would be feasible, yet very dangerous. And as we can see, Black is absolutely going for that reinforced wall, for the, subroof wall. And as such, he's going to be burning through a lot of fuel to open that up. And I wouldn't expect him to have enough, resources left to actually open up the garage, which will make it so that Vital here will be extremely difficult to push. And as such, he gets a first kill, but will be refragged immediately. because in the meantime, we did see that wall being opened up. Here we go, another double kill by Alaka. Triple kill, actually. Now a 2v3 situation. Warnox is not on OBJ whatsoever. Fusion going for the verticality, does not get the kill. Warnox being bested by Pagos at the very same time. That's not looking too good for the defenders. The one good news, the silver lining in that situation would be the fact that the diffuser is right here. So it would be feasible, not easy, granted, but feasible for Fusion to hold on to that. As I say this, and as the computer lags, that's not on the stream, that's running on the gaming computer. As we have this tiny lag, Pagos is going to get the kill through the verticality. So good game sense, good all around, comprehension or awareness of what was going on. And that was a kill that Fusion was not realistically going to be able to fight back against.
A great entry denial angle, completely knocked back and kind of came back to bite MadNecessity there. That was tough, definitely. I mean, on one end, Team Oxygen started to look like they were starting to fumble because of the lack of hard reach, but then Akala just jumps in and lands 3 kills, completely changing the tide of the game, while Jaeger's on the all the way over in bedroom, cut off and on low health. So that was really just a few seconds of pure carnage that brought the round to an end.
Indeed, like, we cannot realistically speak of a flurry of kills, but many kills in rapid succession. We saw this last game as well, right? You get a kill that opens up a flank, and you just keep on pressing your advantage, and it snowballs out of control until you're in a 3v1 with the last defender being, offside and having no real chance of getting or regaining control of said OBJ. Fusion here apparently is once again going for a roaming-ish game. He opened up a hatch, to prepare some exit strategies for himself or other players. Vital, the V in his gamer tag is actually an A. Vital here apparently going for the Evil Eye in an unusual spot. So, that's going to be a bit harder for, say, Zofia to destroy this Evil Eye from the outside. And if she peeks in, well, she has better things to do than to actually try to destroy said Evil Eye. So, the survivability of this piece of utility will be great. But the angle of vision is probably more angled to the garage door, or reinforced door, should I say, rather than a quote-unquote regular door. I don't know how to express that in a more concise fashion, to be honest. Like, are these garage doors in the game?
Opening kill already.
Indeed.
On the Fusion, nonetheless, the Roamer is going to be taking out a player, at least one of them. And we can see Pagos here is going to be taking some shots from below the buck on the soft breach that he's trying to open up the vital angles, but just isn't able to get those complete and proper shots, I guess you could say.
To be honest,
you see, it's only getting through one layer of the floor on, half of those.
To be honest, he's going at it blindly. Like, if he has a teammate that's running him out, that's going to give fitting intel, he will know exactly where to open up the ceiling. But without said droning, without said intel, he's going at it blind, and it's basically a matter of luck, which this time simply did not happen to be there. And Fritmeisters, I believe, is his gamer tag, getting bested by Trex. He is inflicting a substantial amount of damage though, but Be Pure with Doc will obviously be healing him really quickly. So all in all, that's going to be neglected. Vital though, once again lagging. Why is the computer lagging? Once again, Vital will be receiving a tremendous pressure. He'll be put down. He'll be flashed actually. And apparently Compass realizes he is out of the picture. There we go with the Zofia, the KS79's lifeline. This is going to be an easy, a given kill for them. And at this point, the attackers are really ready to set foot on the objective, but the defenders are not going to just, peel over and die. Alaka here getting another important kill, as this was the last properly anchoring operator, Trek's last operator alive in a 1v2 situation. The diffuser might be planted. It's actually happening. He still has his nitros in his back pocket though, so this could be his one redeeming piece of utility. Does not get the kill though. Diffuser planted. Now a 1v1 situation. Black just falling back, just conceding, territory in order to win time. And time is going to be the name of the game for him. It is now still a 1v1 situation. The drone here might be feeding intel. That's going to be destroyed. And he clearly does not know where Black is. Black does have 2 frag grenades in his back pocket. He could cook them at the right time to kind of get a free kill through the ceiling. That's exactly what he's going for. But he did not bait this long enough. That's looking increasingly improbable for Trex to actually pull it off. There we go.
That was almost just a couple milliseconds too early, as when you see the frag grenade kind of bounce off the roof, but it was just close enough. And unfortunately, Mute was at just low enough health that it is going to be another round win for Team Oxygen on CCTV, coming down to a much closer ending than the first round did, I could say at that point. No 3K from Akala, but nonetheless, he is fragging out, already having half the kills for his team in the first 2 rounds. 5 kills is absolutely crazy. You know, this close in. You know, you could expect that from a fragger, but that's not something that I think anyone expected this early on, especially with, you know, I'm sorry, kind of fumbling here, but to say it, most teams would not have that kind of momentum thus far in the round, and all this is doing is going to push Team Oxygen a little bit further.
Indeed. So we talked previously how this map is a defense-sided map. Seeing a 2-0 scoreline this early on into the game is not exactly unprecedented, but it's looking really good for Team Oxygen, provided that they keep this this ball rolling, provided they're able to hold on to the momentum they've built in the early stages of the game. This could not be looking too good for MadNecessity, or I like to call them Madness. It's a bit, you know, shorter and rolls better off of the tongue, I feel. But with that being said, this round to me seems like a concession of defeat. They've admitted they cannot win on the quote-unquote strongest bomb site, for the defense at least, and now they're going to be trying their chances at the secondary bomb site. As such, you know, they've kind of already figured out that they cannot win in a, you know, face-to-face quote-unquote fair gunfight, where Team Oxygen knows what's going on. And that, to me, to see this early on in the game, is a bit worrying if you're a MadNecessity supporter or fan.
I can 100% agree to that. And actually, Pagos is already in the building and is trying to take fire right away. Trying to clear those roamers as fast as humanly possible, but it doesn't look like there's going to be too many off site, except maybe Trex, but he's sitting all the way in bar. There's going to be a long while before you even start getting down the bar, before you start taking shots onto this man. Actually, I may be a liar right here. Though. 2 people are coming down the main stairs right here, and they're starting to pinch him off. It looks like someone's coming from the garage area, but Trex is trying to fall back, and he's already pushed out bar. Both Akala and Pegos are going to know of his location, and are going to be sure to watch that doorway while they try to get someone involved with the hatch. Oh, and he gets gunned down through the wall. I believe that was coming from kitchen.
From IQ. That was IQ. So whenever somebody dies, you get kicked into the perspective of the killer. So in that case, IQ got the frag. The thing is, there was nothing he could do, to be honest, right? He was pinched out from two different sides. No help in sight. No, realistically speaking, help that was going to come his way. He just had to wait and accept his fate. When you're, you know, crouching or hiding behind a desk, it's a really, really poor piece of cover, and that just goes to show how poor it is. Now, our 4v5 situation with the attackers, Team Oxygen, basically ready to put pressure on the objective itself. You know, Pagos playing verticality, trying to roll off a nade. Will it work? Yeah, it kind of works. BPR taking minimal amount of damage, flushed out for the time being. He gets back into his previous hiding spot, and defenders in that instance, it was the UMP45, so Fusion are fighting back. Yet, with 55 seconds remaining on the clock, Team Oxygen are not set to be running out of time. And that was a poor rotation by Warnox. He will be absolutely paying for it. Right now, you know, Pagos can't just set foot on the OBJ. He'll be stopped short. However, you know, it was... this was played at a single kill. Diffuser could already be planted had it gone the other way around. Alaka already setting foot on Arsenal room with a firefight with Fusion, getting the kill. Vital now, not last operator alive, not in a position to prevent the diffuser from being planted. He knows it's going down, however. He will rush in. That's going to work more or less. He's taking significant amount of damage, but the diffuser is no longer being planted. Disoriented like he is, that's not looking too good. And the impact nade is going to get the final kill. Team Oxygen winning yet another round.
Akala just absolutely fragging out here, especially with those impact shots. Wonderful calls for those impact shots. Now already finding 2 of them in these first 3 rounds. Something that I don't think Zofia players would normally do. Usually you'd expect it to be, you know, a higher kind of piece of utility. the impact grenades that Zofia has, but with all the hard destruction and soft destruction they already have, she's able to waste those. And wonderful game sense from who was that playing Zofia again? Akala? Yes.
Yes.
That's already 2 3Ks on the course of 3 rounds. Akala is obviously a driving force here for the team, but that does not mean that Team Oxygen is going down any other way, because the rest of the team, they're still able to execute Princes properly. They're still able to push in and gain control that they need, and Madness is falling short when it comes to denying their entry. Although that round did come very close, just like the second round did as well.
You were talking about how many kills Akala is getting. He's 8-1 with 2 assists so far, and it kind of seems to be a numbers game. Like, if Madness are not capable of getting their kills, how do you, realistically speaking, expect them to be holding on to the objective? Or when the time comes for them to attack, if you can't get your kills, how can you flush out the defenders to force yourself into the bomb site? Actually, it's just not going to happen without a substantial amount of kills. Here we go for a, relatively speaking, similar defense to last time. No hard reinforcements here. Hatches will be defended, obviously. This time, however, was it Trex who was roaming? He'll be roaming again, just in another area of the map. This time, I'm not sure if it's, last time it didn't work, obviously, right? He has to come up with something new. If not, he can realistically just expect the same result as last time. The thing is, he's here in a dead-end cul-de-sac room with one single exit. This is why he opened up the hatch. Great. What next? He cannot really get too many kills off of billiards. Like, nobody's gonna be pushing from billiards, right? So it's really just a way out that's so easy to cut off. I don't expect his survivability in this room to be so great. And he's doing nothing to actually harass the attackers. His plan is based off of him getting drowned and him getting subsequently pushed. This plan could be foiled with 2 simple claymores, one at the door, one at the hatch. So to me, this plan feels like the beginning of one, not something that's actually ready to be set in motion. And yet here he is trying it. Let's see how it turns out.
Yeah, although if Oxygen does not drone him out and does not see that he is in there, although I'm sure they will, he could get a flank that could change the entirety of the round. And we see, I believe it's Akala and Pagos are actually pushing down those main stairs without even taking a second look at those rooms. No one's even aware he's on main stairs. Pagos is still on those main stairs.
He's droning from there, and that's absolutely going to be proving fatal.
Trex is going to get the kill that he needs for the flank.
So I'm 100% biting my words. Totally. However, I still cannot help myself but criticize this a little bit, because when your plan hinges on your opponent making a mistake, that's only going to get you so far, And this is exactly what I'm talking about. He was run away from dying, and it just so happened that Team Oxygen didn't notice. Next time, they 100% will. But with that being said, his previous positioning might be known by Team Oxygen. It will be invalidated by him rotating heavily. With that being said, however, they do seem to know that he's there, with, I believe, Compass holding the angle and absolutely getting the kill. At the same time, Black was dropping down, and that's going to be Frightmeister getting into the bomb site. But, with a Guman in his foot, he'll have to rethink his strategy, or it's just going to postpone the actual push. Vital might have tried to take the time to plant a deployable shield, but that's not going to work. And now the attackers are in the bomb site, ready to plant. The plant is actually going down. Warnox has a tight angle, and that piece of furniture is actually, a soft piece of furniture, so you could wallbang through that. Yet Warnox didn't try his luck, and as is, the diffuser is now planted in a 2v3 situation.
A very tough retake situation here, especially for Warmox, but he's going to find a kill on the Frightmeister. And now 2v2, 2v1. Warmox is going to fall, and Black is going to find that kill. Fusion left in a 2v1 situation. Nades coming out, taking a little bit of damage. 19 seconds left to retake, even less because the Fuser still takes 7 seconds. Less than 10 seconds to land 2 kills. He's going to take the shots, but Akala is going to land another 3K for the 3rd time in 4 rounds.
Akala is absolutely the MVP of his team. That is for sure. Like, he's getting so many kills. He's fleshing out so many defenders. Without him, the diffuser wouldn't have been planted, I believe, 2 out of the 4 rounds that we've seen so far. Like, having the diffuser be planted every other round is an impressive track record for the attackers, especially on a defense-sided map.
Yeah, looking back, that round was it started off pretty well for Madness, but
Yep.
Oxygen still has so much utility and is able to push the objective so much harder than Madness is able to defend. And something I want to bring back on that with my Trex, getting the kill was a great play, but it's a one and done strategy. Something that you said was that it's not going to work again, and you're right, it's not. They are going to know to drone more, and it is a one and done strategy. There's no possible how do I say it, replay for that strategy. It's not something common you can hold. It's a death sentence otherwise. And I think Trex knows that, because now he's going to be playing Mute, someone who is much more kind of an on-site player, especially with that Nitro kill. I mean, with that Nitro cell.
Absolutely. The one other addition or update that we're going to have to the composition is going to be Pure playing with the Goyo shields this time. Quite interestingly, we did see Smoke being played previously, so it's not really going to be a new type of, utility, just a variation on the same style. I'm curious to see why and how they decided to change out Smoke. Like, what exactly does Goyo bring to the table that Smoke didn't have? Probably the shotgun, to be honest. With that being said, the attackers are going to be putting pressure on the objective already, like slowly but surely. Like, for example, the garage. I believe you will not once again be ready to rush out, and it might even be done on purpose, to prevent a run out from the defenders. Because at this point, Compass has made the quote-unquote same mistake twice. But was it a mistake or was it on purpose? That's like the question I'm starting to think. I'm starting to ask myself.
Yeah, I think it's just enough for them to enter and get an angle, but not enough for someone to run out properly. And we see Pagos again from below, taking shots on the B Pure. It's about 25 health lost, but is not going to land the shots to confirm the kill. However, B Pure is watching that angle. If Pagos is to repeat it very well could go to B Pure. We see Maverick here again, once again, trying to open up that wall, and that is going to be a kill for Wamox, taking out the Fritmeister. I believe that was Fritmeister, but Akala, once again, is going to land a kill, and that is going to be vital, gone out of the game. B Pure losing some health. Fritmeister is actually still alive. That was Compass on the Habana. Her utility, as her Habana pellets have already been extended, so her frag potential is significantly higher. We actually see a very tight angle. B Pure is not going to land the shots here, and still in the 4v4 situation with a minute 20 left.
Fusion on the Realm can deal tremendous damage, but he has been spotted. Maybe by a drone, because I don't think he was cloaked, but still, that's going to be, yet again, the TSG-12, just harassing Pagos. Slowly but surely chipping away his health, and apparently the shields have been turned against their previous masters. Alaka, probably the Impact Knight, has been able to destroy that, but now he's out of utility to destroy the Evil Eye that's going to be behind him, and as such, his movements will be known consistently by the defenders, and as such, here we can see Trex getting an easy kill. He's going for a double kill. That does not seem to work too well in his favor, but Warnox with another kill, now on a triple kill. Pagos will be probably flanked pretty quickly, assuming Warnox goes for the frag. However, the diffuser is by the bar area, and Warnock seems to know that. He's not overly aggressive, holding angles, that kind of stuff. Putting Pagos in a tight spot. He has to get back the diffuser. That's not going to be done. There you go. He just had to find the exact spot where the diffuser was, and I'm surprised to see that Warnox did not have direct line of sight on that, because this would have been, an easy way to put a quick end to the round. However, with 15 seconds remaining on the clock, Pagos has to make it quick. He has little health, and that's not looking too good for him. He has to rush, and even just running from one enemy to the other, even if you get the kill instantly, is going to prove nigh impossible. And there we go with, I believe, Warnox. Exactly, Warnox holding the angle, getting a free kill due to the time pressure that Buck was on.
MadNecessity is finally going to win their first round of this match as round 5 comes to a close. Now it's going to be 4-1 up for Team Oxygen. Are they going to be able to once again take out MadNecessity with absolute fragging power? Or is MadNecessity going to be able to hold as well as they did before? They already had 2 attempts on CCTV, and both of those were failures, with Team Oxygen taking that win. And their third time with CCTV is now when they are going to win that. Now, they have gone basement twice as well. Are they going to win on basement? Are they going to return to basement even? Because that was a pretty devastating sight on both times.
So, yeah, you cannot see it since you're seeing the replays, just like the stream is, but I can still see the game screen, and I'm confirming to you, we are going to go basement. The thing is, this is a defense-sided map, right? And the attackers already are winning 4-1. That's not looking too good to MadNecessity. And, you know, they've just won in their primary bomb site. So they have no way to, you know, go there again. They have no way, or they're forced to choosing either one of the lesser bomb sites. Unsurprisingly, we're going to go church. But like you just said, it has proven, historically speaking, extremely difficult for MadNecessity to hold off and to fend off the pressure when Team Oxygen sets their sight on, you know, taking control of, say, Arsenal or Church.
I can agree there. And seeing the actual team composition that Team Oxygen is bringing, another no thermite round means that there's probably not going to be a push through Dirt Tunnel, but rather just purely for the 3 main hatches, or Maverick could possibly take up one of those positions. And we saw Black on Maverick a couple rounds ago taking out all the basement hatches, and I'm not sure what Habana was up to, but I know she did die fairly early on. So we could possibly see a full-on pinch from Dirt Tunnel and the kitchen hatch, but Fusion on that pulse is probably not going to let anyone enter kitchen without losing any health.
The danger is with Fritmeister playing IQ, Fusion can be wall banged, you know, in real time, and it just takes a lucky kill, a lucky shot to the head for him to be put in a to be put in a just incredibly embarrassing situation where he has no choice, but he cannot fight back against an IQ that takes constant indication of his position. And as such, knowing that there's an IQ on the other team, I'd be a bit more, you know, reticent or prudent to try that strategy. For example, right here, he's not really going to be wallbanged, but, you know, Buck still can be a great power. Pago's taking a considerable amount of damage, but nothing too dramatic, unlike Fusion, who will have to run to Doc, but oh no, this time it is a Rook and not a Doc. That Nitro Cell has been tossed blindly, to say the least, and will be inflicting absolutely no damage on the attackers. And that's already 2 attackers down. How did that happen?
Has to have been some sort of frag grenade from Pagos, I would imagine.
So now there's going to be 3 defenders on really low health, even though it's still a 5v5. You know, many of the targets that Team Oxygen is going to be looking at are going to be extremely soft. Now that the hatch has been opened, a coordinated rush might even get the kill. That's why Smoke is already using his Toxic Babes. With 5 seconds remaining on the clock, it's reasonable to start using them. And that's going to be putting Team Oxygen on a hold for a few seconds. But that's not going to win the cake on its own. Like, Akala, top fragger. Once again, let's keep an eye on him. He can deal tremendous damage. There we go. He can just, you know, waltz in and reasonably get a few kills. He's shown that he's consistently able to outgun his opponents. Going for the pre-fires, not exactly getting a kill, only because Rook is not exposing himself. And in the meantime, Pagos is in a down but not out stage. Do you want to revive your teammates? He will try, but behind soft walls, Vital could get a few kills here, to say the least. Will he actually try to peek? He does. That shotgun missing his first kill. Getting it with the second time. Will he get another kill? Apparently not. Let's not forget it's a 2v4 situation. 2v3 as long as the diffuser is actively being planted. Now a 2v2. Temporary now up to a 2v3 situation. But the odds have shifted in the defender's favor. However, that smoke canister is able to deal tremendous amount of damage. That thought, what is happening? He is running into the frag grenade with Vital in the 1v2 situation. Gets a kill. 29 seconds remaining on the corner, and that's going to be Compass winning it for his team.
Vital almost absolutely bringing back the round with a magnificent 3K and bringing it down from a 4v2 to a 1v1 situation. Unfortunately, Rook ran straight into the smoke, and between Maverick's frag grenade and the smoke, or the toxic vape, getting him on the lower health, that was just going to be the end for him regardless of what happened.
100%. Like, did the frag grenade even bounce off of Rook's body? Because I don't see why, if not, Maverick would literally throw it at his own feet, you know?
I think he went to throw it, and when Rook came around the corner, he just panicked.
Possibly.
That's my personal guess. I've had that happen to me a few times. I've seen it happen to plenty of people. But that was a very strong round from Oxygen. And then I want to say, although they didn't win that round, I think MVP of that round would have to go to Vital. just for his work and skill. And
I'm just gonna cut you off here. Team Oxygen did win the round. It's a 5-1 scoreline, and now they're defending.
my bad. I totally mixed up the names.
But that's MadNecessity. Even though they're not in a match point situation, to me, except if some sort of miracle happens, they've already lost. For those of you who might be avid watchers of this channel, when I'm casting with Giraffero, aka Jenna, we do have this concept of point of no return. I truly do believe that we came up with that because, you know, nobody in Pro League or that kind of stuff is talking about that. Basically what I'm saying, Team Oxygen needs 2 points to win, and in the time frame that Team Oxygen needs to win 2 rounds, MadNecessity is not going to win 5 rounds to bring this back to an overtime situation. Like, at most, Madness wins 1 round, and Team Oxygen wins the 2. Hence the name, point of no return. And I do believe that, except if we do see a miracle, MadNecessity, at this point, they can only, you know, put off the inevitable.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. That is a very true statement, to say the least. There is a point of no return for basically every map, for every team. Is it impossible? No. Likely? Very unlikely.
Absolutely. You know, the once in a lifetime situation that does happen, you know, those crazy comeback stories, they are so spectacular because they do happen from time to time. This is why we dream, and you know, that's the stuff that dreams are made out of. Not to rip off the song, but you get the idea. However, it does remain so spectacular because it only happens once in a lifetime, like I said. And as such, BP are here apparently opening up the reinforced wall, thus allowing Pagos to just refrag him instantly. Apparently, the coordinated push seems to be coming off of office and subsequently then not the bathroom, the bedroom. Sorry, there is a silhouette on the first floor, and that's going to be Black, who is already coming back up as Fusion gets a kill on Pagos. Now back again to a 4v4 situation. But I don't expect Black to be identified, to be spot. You know, nobody was on that drone. He realized somebody's on the right side. Does not get the kill, however. Oh, he was in a great position to get the flank, but that did not pan out. Now it's 3v3 situation, and the pressure is not coming from the usual side.
A wonderful possible rotation from Black, unfortunately shut down by Trex. Now it's left to a 3v3 situation. While Thermite is still alive, I believe both the construction wall, or the outer construction wall, and the CCTV wall are open. There is a lack of frag grenades left, so getting those bandit charges are going to be extremely difficult, especially considering the fact that Compass is playing mute. So Twitch drones are going to be very unlikely to get in there, and it's looking like it's going to be a doorway push, but oh, that is going to be Thermite. Oh no, Twitch taking down Warnox is going to fall to Compass, going to take another kill at the same time Fritmeister does. That happened so quickly.
So there we go. Talking about Twitch, she would not have opened up the reinforcements or the bandit batteries because there was a mute jammer right by the doorways, so the drone had no shot at getting in. The thing is, IQ could have used the electronics detector to go on the first floor and then play verticality from there on. But you know, we are really talking about seemingly desperate measures, to be honest, because if you even have a difficulty to win, you know, one-on-one firefights, do you really want to isolate one of your players? And right there, as we can see on the replay, Compass and Fritmeister getting 2 kills at the very same time. But that's the thing, you isolate your opponents, seeing as you're comfortable or comfortably able to win your one-on-one firefights. Just isolate your opponents and create single 1v1 firefights, even though it's an overall 2v2 situation, right? And that's how Team Oxygen is able to bring this up to a match point scoreline, even though we're just 7 rounds in.
Only being 7 rounds in, and we are already on match point as we're going to take this all the way back down the basement. And it's looking like this is going to be a very strong hold here from Team Oxygen, especially in the case that this is usually the second most favorite site compared to CCTV. If they're unable to win this, they still have another round to attempt it, and if they don't on the second round, it's only going to be 6-3, and once again, they have CCTV. It's going to be required for MadNecessity to come all the way back. And earlier, I was talking kind of about the SSG basement hold.
That's what we're seeing, isn't it?
That's exactly what we're seeing. We are not seeing a major alteration of it. We are seeing almost the exact same thing. Same angles. Yep. Vigil is playing here.
Yeah, and
And
the Castle Barca right here. Yeah, it seems really, really similar. Let's just... Here's the thing, okay? I do realize this is literally a Pro League strategy, and as such, it has tremendous potential. The thing is, should MadNecessity be able to find a way to circumvent the defenders, the roamers, and to just funnel their way into the objective pretty quickly, say a successful dirt rush, as unlikely as it is, that could lead to, and there we go, Vital Gate taking a lot of damage to Alaka, who even goes for the natural cell outside. That totally works! Wow! Okay, that was amazing, but that's the thing. Should you be able to enter, say, through dirt tunnel or through blue, then you'd be just short-circuiting all of those roamers that are not on OBJ, creating, you know, basically a 5v2 situation for the bomb site, assuming you take control of bomb site. Then if you're just planting, you just have to hold your angles. That's not gonna happen, however, and since it's already a 2v5 situation now, a 2v4, but it's still highly unlikely for the attackers to win this out, as there's still too many openings and too many rotation possibilities created by the defenders. After all, Team Oxygen, they have opened up a great number of hatches, doorways, rotations through soft walls, that kind of stuff, and BPure cannot simply drop down the hatch, as Pagos is going to show us. Fusion now in a 1v4 situation. I believe he's top fragger for his team. Let's just check real quick. No, he's not. He's up there, but still doing his best. That's going to be another enemy down. Temporarily a 3v4 or 1v3, sorry, but Alaka once again with the angle. He got 3 kills off there, didn't he?
Akali, yeah, that was 3 kills. The first kill through the angle, and then the nitro cell, and then the angle once again. That's going to be yet another 3K for Akala. Absolutely running it for his team.
Wait, actually, let's not jump into the replays just yet. I want to see how many kills he got. Wrong freaking... Come on. No, not the replays, not the replays. Transition, please. Why is it not working? God damn it. God, I wanted to see how many kills he got.
I want to say
it's too late now.
I want to say it's probably about 16 or 17, somewhere around there.
God damn it.
Because he got 3K, he got a couple of 2Ks. So.
Thank you for casting, man.